Hello, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video. I've got some time to sit down and actually just be here, talk, whatever. My cute little lounge wear. I'm loving this whole outfit today. It's different, it's fun. It's the vibe this year, guys. It is the vibe. I'm off today, so I'm just like, I was off yesterday, but today's like the first day in a long time I'm off, like just by myself at the house. We all know how I get when I'm by myself. It's like a whole holiday that I don't get enough of. But, if I could be by myself every day in a heartbeat, got it. So, here we are. And, we got a full cup of coffee today, which means we're going to be talking some shit. I will try to behave. I feel like I don't behave. Like, once I get into this video, I know I'm going to start flying off the deep end and start being obnoxious and getting, like, passionate about things. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? I had a bunch of topics, but I kind of want to go be natural. I don't want to be like, okay, so next we're gonna touch up on and if you have a lot of things that annoy you, a lot of icks, if you will, you're just getting old and bitter, right? I see things every day that drive me absolutely crazy, and it just comes with, I guess age. I don't know. We're now the generation, my generation is now the generation that I feel like our parents would complain about us, and now we're complaining about the younger kids. I fear for our future. Like, there's something on TV about D-Day or whatever, and I'm like, nobody's going to know what that is. Nobody's going to care what that is. All they're going to be thinking about in school is, when can I make the next TikTok? The trends. I've been a nasty girl, it's been like a whole thing. So I fear for our future. But anyway, we'll deal with that once we get there. Working in the grocery, I work at a grocery store, and, you see if you see this, my pen, if you see the most stupid things. Like, you really question people's parenting. You question your own sanity, of course. You question people's ability to do anything. Workers, customers, parents, kids. Like, first of all, cheers to the coffee lovers. Why are you feeding your kids coffee? That cannot be healthy. I looked that up. I saw that. I was like, excuse me? Why is your little girl, like, not even like 6, 7. We're talking like 2, 3-year-old in the, like, she's like pint size, and she's walking, like barely walking because she's learning to walk. Oh my God, yay. But drinking a cup of coffee. Like, excuse me? I Googled that shit and I was like, wait a minute. And it did not recommend giving your kids coffee. I'm like, okay, got it. I thought so. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy. Oh, God forbid I'm the crazy one. Anyway, another thing that drives me crazy is if you're shopping with earbuds. Like, it's one thing, we already know how we feel about being on the phone when you're at checkout and people just don't give two shits, like, excuse me, I'm bothering you on the phone when you're coming into my store at 8 o'clock in the morning. And first of all, who's on the phone at 8 o'clock in the morning having a full-on conversation? I don't like people like that. I don't know what to talk about at 8 a.m. like that. Like, oh, girl, yeah, she, like, full-on soap opera conversation on the phone at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're coming through my checkout line. No, actually, hang up the phone. If I could, like, if there was a way I could, like, turn off phone service at the register, I'd be pressing a button so freaking quick. I'd be like, oh, well, I don't know what happened, girl. But, like, shopping with the earbuds, like, I can't focus as it is without anything. How can you shop with music in your ear? Because then I'm going to start popping my ass in aisle 8 because I ate. Thank you. Like, buying my cereal, like, I've been a nasty girl. Somebody going to match my freak. I cannot take myself serious if I got music playing and I'm anywhere, because I will show my ass. But I can't concentrate either. So I can't be trying to really figure out what I need because I forgot my grocery list at home. So I'm like, what did I need? But I got, like, 360, sluts the vibe. And I'm just like, I can't. See, we're already starting off. So things like that annoy me, that I'm just like, people, stop it. Another thing, this is a whole other video, a whole other topic that I probably won't talk about. Pronouns, okay? Respect what you are, whatever you want to identify as, he, she, they, them, cow, dog, meow, chirp, It gets difficult sometimes. I have a hard time with the they, them as it is, but I don't like purposely. Like, I will respect you, whatever you want to be. But I have a hard time with they, them. Like if I'm talking to so-and-so and I'm like, oh yeah, she's over there. And they're like, they, them. I'm like, oh, like, you know, but that's another thing. I was ringing out this person, and I'm going to say person. Clearly they're of LGBTQ A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No offense. It's the humor in me. That they forgot their oranges. You know, they were walking out the door. They were kind of like far. I was able to get the person. But, you know, looked like a she, but I don't know if she goes by he or them. So at first I was like, ma'am, and she, whatever, didn't hear me. So I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute. Could it be a he, they? So I was just like, excuse me, like hello. Like it sounds rude, but I was like, hello, excuse me. And they turned around. I was like, here's your oranges. Now that gets confusing. Like things like that, like normal functions, normal everyday functions get tough. If somebody forgets their groceries, you don't know whether to call them he or she. Some people in the older generation, or if you just simply don't respect or care about the pronouns thing, will be like, excuse me, miss, she, excuse me, sir, ma'am, you forgot your grocery. And then they look at you like you're the devil because you're like, you really are a he, but you've been called she, whatever. I will try my very best, you know, but it gets difficult when, like, if somebody forgets their groceries and you're trying to get to them and you don't know what to say. And you're just like, hello, like rude, like, hello. Guys, the things that go through my day. This is my favorite crop top shirt right now. It's not like, you know, I've explained this in my last video. It's like not too cropped, but just enough, you know, and I love it. I was really thinking, I was watching old videos the other day. I always watch old videos of me. I feel like I'm obsessed with myself too much, but it just, me grounds me, you know. And it's so interesting. And then I was thinking about how I was watching documentaries of stores closing and like how they just came to be. And I was looking at it. I was watching a documentary yesterday on Kmart. Before that was Nickelodeon Studios, which broke my heart to watch that because I just watched my childhood fade away. At the very end of this little video, this guy said, this is just what the price we pay, something to the effect of, this is the price we pay for just growing up. And I was like, oh, where's my tissue? Like that hit me hard. Yeah, and then I'm thinking about how the stores are closing. You know, Route 21 is like I feel like one of our last good shopping stores, you know. And then I was watching my old videos and just seeing what I shopped. And it's interesting to see how we shift as we get older. I mean, there are some things that just won't change. But like, stores change, you know, as we gradually. I find myself today, as I look back at old pictures, videos, you know, I was rocking some Rue, rocking Body Central, Wet Seal, you know. But as we get older, it's like I'm less on the Forever 21. I think Forever 21 is like the last store of our like colorful store generation, if that makes sense. Because when I think about it, and I've said this before, when I think of this colorful generation of shopping, I think of every store having a different colored bag. You know, Forever 21 was yellow, still is yellow, thank God. Wet Seal was blue. Body Central, Charlotte Rue were pink, you know. Who was purple? There was a purple. Windsor, I think, was purple at one point. Rue 21 was white or black. And, you know, you just start getting into the colors. And I feel like Forever 21's the last one. But I did hear, oh, Charming Charlie's was pink. Oh. But I did hear Rue was coming back. That they got bought. So let's, like, fingers crossed. But I'm just like, oh, wow. I see myself shifting, the less on the Forever 21, the more on the American Eagle Hollister side again. Like, I look back and I was like, oh my God, it's weird how we shift our styles more on the sheen. Like, my style today is just it's a good balance of like, my style's always been 0 to 100. I've always said that. But, you know, lately I just find myself going into Forever 21 and I'm not finding anything that I'm like, oh my God, I need. Once in a while, you'll find that one piece that you're like, oh my God, need mine, thank you. But yeah, lately Forever 21 is really jumping on the literal fashion trends, like literal fashion. And I mean that in the sense of Ford cars. You look like you're going to be you just work at a pit stop, right? You work for NASCAR at the pit stop. Like, it's a literal uniform they're selling for Ford. I remember a few years ago, it was mailbox. It was a mailman. Like, it was the U.S. Postal Service. Like, they are very literal. just a few months ago. It was Mermaid, the Mermaid collection. You want to be a mermaid? Literal mermaid. Here you go. And now I think the last one also, the new current one is the Coke Pepsi products. You want to work for Pepsi merchandising company? Here you go. It's just so funny. Like, they are literal this. Like, you know, it's fun. It's fun. It's weird how that works. I kind of want to be natural about this. Oh, another thing, it was on my list that I realized working at a grocery store. The watermelon, knocking on a watermelon. I didn't know that was a real thing, and so many people do it. I'm like, oh shit. I bet my generation don't know that. But I'm like, it's mostly the older people doing this. I'm like, yeah, you knock on it, see if it's like hollow or something. It's got some yellow. Like, I don't know. I'm just going to buy a watermelon. If it don't work out, it don't work out. I'm still like, you know, deal with it. But, you know, what do I know? Like, it's a whole thing. That was another thing to add to the grocery store stories. Pretty much everything else on my list was about relationships. And we know how I feel about relationships. They're traps. Mental conservatorship traps. That will get me in trouble. Anyway, I've touched on the subject so many times about relationships. But I saw something on TikTok yesterday about Snapchat. And these social media really want to bring out the insecurity in people. You know, everything now on social media just wants you to get caught in something. But, you know, I get it. Nobody should be doing shady shit in the first place. Got it? It's like basic 101 of like relationships. But they make it so easy for people to say, oh, who read message? Who saw what? Who sees the snap scores? Who's your top friends? Where's your location? Who said this? What? If you screenshot this, you know, they make it so like, we're going to catch somebody sooner or later. But Snapchat has this new feature. Well, supposedly, I hadn't seen it yet. That they will feature like your top 8 friends. And I thought they did that when Snapchat first came out. It was like your top 3 friends. But now they have this feature, or they're going to have a feature for like the Snapchat Plus people, like your top 8 friends. I'm like, we had this back in the day. Hello, MySpace. This goes way back, so it's nothing new, but it wasn't a thing back then. Insecurity wasn't like a thing back then. Today, people are so pussied up. It's ridiculous. This is just screams insecurity to me. Like, this is going to bring everybody's insecurities back out, and I can't. That's my and this is going to make me sound like a douchebag, biggest ick in anybody is insecurity. And I know we all have got them. I have my insecurities, but I handle mine a lot better than most of these bitches out here. Like, you know, I cannot take anybody serious if you have insecurity and you wear that loud and proud. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I guess based on my personal experiences, how I've overcome a lot of my insecurities, you know, I just, and I just handle myself well about it, and not a lot of people do. So I think this whole Snapchat filter is just going to be like, oh my God, who is this person? Why, then it creates a whole issue, hoopla. If you have so much insecurity, you just don't need to be with anybody. You need to just, figure yourself out, but people don't know how, because then that goes deeper, deeper, deeper. Why they can't be alone. Oh my God, childhood, upbringing, abandonment issues, abuse, it goes real deep. So I won't get into that because I don't want to offend people, because say anything these days, people stay pussied up. Anyway, I've learned my lesson through all that stuff. I've been through the jealousy, the envy, the insecurity. As I've grown up, I have been through those things, and I get it. Doesn't mean I still wouldn't today, but I'm very good about it. I handle it very well. I know myself very well. I know what to do once I feel myself getting activated by anything, anything like that. I am a sensitive person, don't get me wrong. I have a very tough exterior, but a sensitive, soft girl interior for personal reasons, and because of personal experiences. I don't want to show feelings and emotions these days. I've done very well. It's been like 5-6 years now. I'm good. I'm so good. So, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thingy. Oh, another thing I'm noticing, since we're going to talk about insecurities, can people stop posting about I don't know why I keep using my hands a lot. We use hands a lot. Posting about their haters and how they love haters. And, like, are we really going back to that? And just, like, people that are constantly saying on social media, like, they're not trying to be deep and post all this shit. And, oh, my God. And but then they keep posting deep shit. And, like, oh, my God. And then people, of course, don't, like, they see the contradictory of it all. And then people have nerve to then post, stay hating. Oh, my God, my haters keep me motivated. Like, whatever. Like, that is so 2010. Been there, done that. You know, it's cute when you're, like, in high school. It's cute in, like, 2010. But in 2024, nobody cared about you posting haters. It's a whole thing. I'm like, stop posting your haters. Like, oh, my God, I love the haters. I love my haters. Haters keep me going. Oh, my God, keep hating me. You know, it's a good better suit. Like, no. Stop. Stop. Just stop. I can't. Guys, I'm a hot mess. I can't. Excuse me. This is the fun. I need a podcast. If I had a podcast, I'd get canceled. I would be canceled. Okay. I just love this. I love to this is my time to just thrive. Sit down and just have a cup of coffee and girl talk. Talk shit and, you know. But also have some meaning behind it. Because I feel like, I do honestly feel like I give some good advice. Some good, probably not needed advice. I'm the person that's going to give it to you straight without, you know, I don't know. I'm going to give you an opinion that's going to make you kind of turn your head a little bit, but you kind of will understand after I explain it, like generalized information. I don't know. Not always. I look back at some of my old videos, I'm like, oh, why would I say that? And a lot of them I still stand by. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I got tan. I went to the tanning bed yesterday, and I have a little glow going on, just a little bit. I'm so excited. We're going to the beach next week. I have not been to the beach in over a year. Well, it's Myrtle Beach. We go to Myrtle Beach like a few times a year, and we just have not been in the last year, just living where we live now. It's been a tough year to where things haven't been able to like line up to where we could just go to the beach. If I was by myself, I'd be at the beach all the time. I'd be traveling to a different city every day, different state. Like, I could make it work. Like, I have so many things in the works, like in my mind, plans that I just can't do because I'm just not by myself. And, you know, it's fine. Eventually, it, you know, boils over. But, you know, what are you going to do? I just want to be by myself a lot nowadays. And, you know, it sucks for the relationship that I am. There's a lot of reasons for it. And it sounds selfish either way. But, like, I'm not the lovey-dovey person anymore. I'm not the, like, I don't give a shit. You know, that sounds awful. But, I'm fine. But I'm fine if we also don't. You know, I've just molded myself that way and built myself that way ever since, you know, my first relationship. And you know, there are times where I feel like I haven't healed. I haven't healed properly. I haven't been alone, you know, enough to fully process, you know. So it's like when you find yourself or you learn to heal or find your independence while you're in relationships, it's kind of different. I don't know how to explain it. But you discover this fire inside of you, and then you're just like, you have nothing to do with it. You're kind of caged in. You're kind of trapped in a way, and then you kind of have to think about another person when you're in a relationship. Got it, you know? So it's a whole thing. It's a whole deep-rooted thing with me. So I love being by myself. I don't get enough time by myself. I have a lot of hard prayers at night and thoughts and, you know, things that I hope to accomplish and do with my life. My 30s are going to be all about me, I hope. I really hope, because all my 20s were about other people but myself. But, you know, again, people don't like that because you need to think about other people, which I do. But at some point, you just need to think about you and just you. But, you know, I always know that if people have anything different to say about that, it's their insecurity, which, ick, be gone. So, you know, I can't take people's insecurities about it. Like, people really like to project their problems and insecurities onto other people, and people who, it's like the strong people are magnets for weak people who wish they could be like us. Is that like, and that sounds very harsh, but it's the truth. It is what it is. It's the fact of the matter. What else would it be? Like like, I can't defend someone else's insecurity. That's not my problem. It's your problem, right? Like, you are the one going through this. It may be because of another person or a situation, but only you have the power to fix that. And I know people come at you with the, well, it's harder than, it's easier said than done. You don't understand, and you don't, like, I got it. It's tough. But at what point, you know, everyone's mental health is different. I try to tell myself and teach myself that I can't speak on other people's mental health. I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut when it comes to that, because I always feel like, and I've always said this, I always feel like that everybody has this potential that they don't see, or they don't want to see it, they don't know how to see it, and it's such a tough thing in the minds. Mental health is such a tough battle, and I suffer too. So it's a whole thing. What are you gonna do? I think I'm gonna end it here. I think I've talked enough shit for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the little talk video. Leave a comment down below on anything that you want. If you want me to cover something, I will try my best. And that'd be that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!